Okay, guys, before we jump into our Flash tier list, why not flash, like, and subscribe for more videos and more tier lists, more content. Let's jump into it, Connor.
The CW The Flash Suit tier list, and we are super excited about this because there are not that many suits. I think we both assumed that there were a lot more suits over the course of like 9 seasons, and
At least 9.
yeah,
At least 9.
At least 9, right? But no, we have gotten way less than that, and I get it. You know, when you're working with a long-term series, you don't want to change your character up too much because merch and marketing stuff. But my goodness, it's 9 seasons, and you guys have a lot less suits than people expected, and those suits didn't actually change all that much over the course of these episodes. And
yeah, like 3 of these are the same.
Yeah. Okay, so we first have the training suit, the very weird looking one that basically just looks like a unitard thing.
Oh, a middle school wrestler's outfit.
A middle school wrestler's outfit, exactly. Okay, so this wasn't supposed to be a cool looking suit. They very explicitly were like, yeah, this is supposed to play for jokes.
Yeah.
It has these like funny looking goggles, the helmet.
What looks like a makeshift lightning bolt. Like the ears sort of trying to happen.
So that was kind of like a precursor to the earpieces that he finally got. You know what? One thing I do really like about the suit is the fact that it's so bright. The red is so bright, which is in complete contrast to the very dark maroon red that we get for.
It took a long time to get back to. It took a long time to get back to bright red.
10 years, bro. 8 seasons or something like that. Yeah.
Unreal.
But yeah, what do you think? D tier? I feel like it's D tier.
I think it's a D tier.
Yeah,
I think.
There we go.
Yeah.
I mean, we're not going to sugarcoat the fact that this isn't a good suit.
It's not a suit.
It's not. Yeah, that's the thing. It's not really a suit. It's just
No.
Okay. So our proper very first suit. So this was, I think, originally the suit was supposed to be like a firefighter's suit. So a high accelerant, high heat resistant suit. I think it looks pretty cool.
Chin strap cowl's a little awkward.
Oh yeah. I do like the leather and the materials that kind of this like solid leather, and then you have a like fabricy,
like a mesh.
Yeah. So I do,
and it's also fitting in with the Arrowverse and everybody being like gritty and dark.
And whenever there was a crossover and I saw the Flash next to the Green Arrow, the colors coincide with one, which is probably why they went for a much darker red, honestly. So what do you think?
We needed like
tier?
This one, C tier is fine.
It is iconic. I was never really a fan of the big red emblem, the lightning bolt.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but I've never been a fan. I was just counting the episodes until they changed that red to white.
So C tier.
I'm
agreeing.
You can all okay.
No, I'm agreeing. We're getting to we'll get to the good ones. We'll get to the good ones.
Cool. Next up, we have
This is the same picture, Conan.
Okay, shut up, Pam. They're not the same picture. Let me tell you why. Because this cowl, my guy, it's a lot better. It's a lot more refined. Like we were just complaining about the previous cowl being like it didn't fit on his head that well and made his head look very round. In fact, it looked like it was squashing his face. It looks uncomfortable. But with this one, it complements the shape of his face a lot better.
It does. It's more square, and what I feel like it does is I feel like it obscures his face a little bit more. Like the first iteration, that's Barry Allen, but it's like, who is he for the second one?
Who is this mystery man? The streak. The streak means something very different to
maybe that's why he's a bit more brown than red.
So like I prefer the suit a lot more than the previous one.
I think it's definitely higher.
Yeah.
Maybe it's a higher C tier.
A higher C tier, so not a B. I would push it to a B because
you push it to a B.
This is purely out of nostalgia as well. Like I think it's a very good looking suit, and they've improved slightly on certain stuff. I think the gold trimmings might be a little brighter. I might be wrong.
I can see that. Yeah.
you've watched the early episodes more recently than I have. Did they by any chance mention that there was a change to his suit between this one and the previous one?
Not that I can think of. I think it was a one season to the next situation,
Okay.
and there were just slight differences. It definitely, I didn't like notice it at first.
Okay, but B for it's better than the previous.
It's better. It's better. It's also bad. All right, let's get on to a little bit more red.
It is slightly redder, isn't it? Like, I'm not. Maybe I'm going crazy, but I feel like it's slightly.
Barry had the right idea. He wore the red suit.
The bad guys couldn't see me bleed.
Yeah, and Barry probably bleeds a lot.
But then he heals fast, so maybe he's not bleeding all that much. So the white emblem, that's probably the biggest.
It's a big step up.
Yeah, the biggest change to what we've gotten from the previous suits. I love it. I look at this suit and I'm like, this is God. It's just so iconic. Like I remember them changing this emblem, and Cisco was like, "Hey, I'm changing this because future you in the newspaper wore this suit, and so we might as well just change it." Which makes no sense if you're trying to avoid that feature of him disappearing. Like, why would you?
It's interesting. It's interesting you remember that scene, and I feel like I've watched it more recently. It was something to do with like a heating element or something in the suit, or it had a shock that like restarted his heart when he died, but it only had like a single use, and that was like the point of having it in the suit.
Like, interesting.
It had like some technical aspect that it could now do.
I can,
but I guess
that, But I think it was purely because
of the future thing.
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, for color scheme, yeah, he wouldn't have had any reason to change the color of it if it,
So like I look at this and my immediate thought was like, oh, it's brighter, right? But honestly, I think it's just the white making the suit look brighter.
I think an A tier. I think we could give it an A tier.
Okay.
They are getting steadily better as we go up.
Yeah, I would like to believe so. Yeah. Honestly, I wish if they did change the suit slightly. So we mentioned that there's like a solid leather texture and there's a more fabricy texture on other parts of the suit. I wish they put more solid pieces, maybe on his shoulders, maybe on his sides to kind of emphasize his abs, because
I think if we look at the next suit, I think that's what they did. They've got leather on the shoulders and his chest. There's a lot more divide in the fabrics.
Oh my gosh. Okay, sorry. I'm only looking at this now. Yeah, you're 100% right. Yeah.
You were just describing the next suit to me, and I was like, they did do that.
This is exactly what I'm talking about. Like they've added more solid spots in the suit. Like there's like a very bumpy art where it's supposed to like emphasizing those muscles on the side of his body, which I kind of like.
Right.
Yeah, man. I really like the way they've broken it up.
I think
really just
I think this is peak. Like it's more red. It's got the white logo.
Yes.
The helmet's not awkward. The neck isn't awkward. I love that it's like a denim jacket that like goes onto the cowl. Like they're separate.
Yeah. And honestly, the fact that this is where I feel like the latest suits kind of fail, is that they try and push for the more comic accurate style where it's like it's supposed to be a skin tight suit, right? And that's just for me. I'm not too bothered by the fact that a suit is very imperfect, and in this one it looks practical. It looks there are like imperfections in it.
It belongs.
They've leaned into it, so it's like, oh, okay, well, it's just a jacket and separated from the cowl itself.
And it fits in the Arrowverse of like, these are heroes, but this is the real world still. You can't run around in a skin tight onesie. You gotta have layers.
You gotta keep warm, man. So I really like the golden thunderbolts on his arms. I really like that.
I like that too.
I like the black zip. See, like a zip, it would normally just be hidden on a super suit. They don't want you to know how this guy gets into his suit. But here they're just like, yeah, no, it's a jacket. It's a freaking jacket. It's cool. It's fine. Like the only issue that I have with the suit, like I've listed literally every single thing I love about it. But the thing I don't like about it would be that it comes off a little baggy at times. Yeah.
Something that a lot of the suits up to this point have had that problem with is the bunching up around the middle.
Yeah,
like,
especially around the stomach
awkwardness.
area. Yeah.
I do think this one has done it better because it has these like the leather six-pack here, but I can still see that it's wrinkly and bunching up. And
yeah. Honestly, I feel like the previous suits are a little bit more skin tight. It fits around his body a lot better, but yeah, with this one you can clearly see all those wrinkles. Either
Where are we
way,
putting it,
I
Connor?
still believe that it's an S tier.
I think it's an S tier. I think it's one of the best ones.
No, we never agree on anything, but for this one,
We never agree on anything till right now. All right, so
okay.
looking at the picture in the tier list makes the suit look so dumb. Just because you could like, you can see
I've
his
definitely chosen the
whole.
worst possible angle for this suit. Yeah,
Definitely, you can see his neck sticking out. It looks like he's wearing like an awkward first Captain America helmet. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. But you see, okay, so this is what I was talking about. They're trying to lean into the superhero style, which is the skin tight onesie looking.
It's a skin tight onesie.
Yeah.
It is.
And because of that, it becomes very obvious that there are like imperfections in the suit, and it just starts falling apart in parts for like the neck, for example, gets
very
crunched up.
wrinkly.
And for some reason they've added a diamond above his stomach, which
You know what it looks
nothing.
like? It looks like they were going for like an Under Armor, right? Like there's armor maybe under the suit. So instead of putting all the like leather on top, it looks like it's got like a sort of an exoskeleton. So Connor, I don't think either of us really like this one.
I don't know what you mean. Okay,
and I don't think we like it, Connor.
The biggest issue is that people didn't like the cowl and that the chin strap, and it just looks. It looks like he's the Lego Flash instead of the actual Flash. Honestly, the upper part of his head looks absolutely fine. It's just this big plastic piece fits on the top and just stops at his ears, and there's fabric that attaches to the rest of the suit. I don't think that's the way they should have done it. It just looks.
There's also
very, very
there's
bad.
not enough accents for me, right? He's got a little bit of gold on his like gauntlets and the belt, but it doesn't have like the dividing lines anymore.
No,
it doesn't have the like accents, and that's what makes the CW suit really cool. Is that it's practical and it's made up of different like materials and things.
Yeah.
And so I think we have to put this one. I think we have to put this one in a B, or an A.
I would put it as low as a C.
You would put it as low as a C. I think let's middle tier it, because I think they were trying to go comic book, but they forgot to make it
look good,
realistic. Yeah.
Okay, sure.
They took all the wrong suggestions and oh, you want it more red? Yes, yeah. But we took out all the gold.
They started to go in a direction of like, oh, let's not use fabric anymore. I mean, let's not use leather anymore. Let's go for a more fabric-y material. And yeah, it just fell apart.
Was Arrow still going at this point, or?
Yeah, 100% was. In fact,
okay.
The actor for the Arrow wore the suit as well, and also looked incredibly dumb. Yeah.
Oh, in the show he wore it.
There was a crossover, and
they switched outfits.
Yeah.
I'm
not going to tell you. I
gotta go, Connor. I gotta go watch The Flash. Okay. I just watched the one where the aliens invaded. That was pretty good. I gotta go watch this.
Yeah, no, you're missing out, dude. You're missing out. Okay, next up we have the I would say it's basically just an upgrade of the previous suit, and it looks great. Honestly, it looks really good. I have my qualms with it, but what do you think?
So it's added back the elements I like. We've got the lining. Yes. We've got like a mesh of different materials. We're not going super realistic. They've got like some golden boots that he wears.
Oh yeah, that comes in later. Yeah.
I like these wings. I think these are the most comic book they could make them. I think they work really well.
I think the wings. Okay, so they look good at certain angles. Like when it's from the side, like it looks very, very good. But when the camera's straight on him, like a straight on headshot, they kind of like curve back to around his head, which I get. I see why they did that, but it just doesn't look good. I think it makes it look like wobbly,
like ears.
Yeah, like they like when he runs, they're just kind of like flapping around.
But maybe they bent because he was running so fast, Connor. Like they warped.
But thankfully they brought back that chin strap. Thank goodness. But I think what kind of happens with this suit is that the neck area,
it's still wrinkly.
It gets all wrinkled up. So it falls into that trap of they've gone in towards the direction of being a skin tight suit, but
A onesie.
but it just kind of like it falls apart because you're so your eye just gets drawn towards the sections of the suit that wrinkles up.
And it again, just adding that little collar over it makes it so much more seamless. Yeah. Okay, but I like it. I think it's, again, they do seem to keep improving and keep going up. I would be willing to put this at the top of A tier, if not the bottom of S tier, because the one thing that we really wanted was a redder suit.
Yeah.
And
it's
a redder suit.
It's very comic accurate. It's very comic accurate suit. I think like the part I just mentioned it, the part that I really don't like is the neck area, and I feel like what the cowl is meant to do is not just cover your face and be flush with your face. It's also supposed to emphasize the shape of your face, which I think the previous cowls have done in the past. But I think this one, it just kind of like morphs into the neck.
It's got a decent chin strap. It's got a decent, like, the chin on this one is decent.
Yeah, for sure. But that's honestly, there's very little about the suit that I don't like. So that's why I would put it at the low end of S tier.
All right, so we're happy with these placements.
I think so. I'm pretty
all right,
happy.
Guys, if you like us ranking superhero suits, we also did this for Spider-Man. You can click the link. There'll be a link. And yeah, thanks for watching. Let us know if you agree. Connor, anything you want to add?
Why not like and subscribe? See you guys in the next one.
Why not like and subscribe, guys?
Oh, I was saying it already. Yeah.
I know you're already saying it. Say it again, Connor.
No, it's done.
No, I want you to say it again.
It's gone.
No.
I'm gonna cry.
Okay.
Yeah.